Don, state law says you must have a certain amount of liability insurance anytime you get behind the wheel of a car. Furthermore, you are required to have proof of that insurance with you while you are driving. But we found out the insurance cards many Georgians carry are lies. We found out how to make the buys, and we got them on videotape. Sit in on the card game. Ante up your cash to get your car. The advice, you might say, comes free.
The company name number, go ahead.
Yeah, I brought him Haley. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
And then you call for...
And then make sure you put your VIN number on there.
It is a game for cheaters, where every card, you might say, is a joker. Time and again, we found out how easy it is to play, how easy it is to get a fake insurance card. Some are clever, some are clumsy. A long list of insurance companies falsely represented. For a price, we could buy one typed up and wallet ready. But we often bought the cards blank. This man appears to be merely a go-between, a middleman for somebody who used to work at an insurance company.
It was $20, right?
Yeah.
Let me give you 10 for it.
Okay.
To run it up there.
All right. Appreciate it. Yeah, I got it for you for $20.
Appreciate it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, if you mess it up, now just let me know. We'll work out something to get the other one.
Okay.
Because she got one more left.
It's a big problem. The general public cannot realize how many of these bogus cards are being circulated.
How many of these cards are there out there?
Too many. Too many.
Are we talking thousands?
We're talking thousands. I would say that the fakes represent an easy 10%.
Of all insurance cards presented to police?
That would be your estimate. That would be my estimate.
Clayton County Solicitor Keith Martin says some fraudulent cards are made up by unscrupulous printers. But he also told us about what police found after a traffic stop involving this young man. Ironically, Martin says the driver had no insurance himself, but his glove compartment contained plenty of blank insurance cards. Cards later found to have been stolen from an Allstate agent. Martin showed us a stack of bogus card cases. We're talking a lot of people driving down the road as real liability risks to consumers if they don't have the uninsured motorist coverage.
That's absolutely right. They're harmful. They are very, very severe danger to you and to me.
Well, I guess you don't ferry many passengers in this car.
Well, they have to ride. They have to climb across the street.
Sean McClendon knows the danger. She says her car was hit last October. Her own insurance didn't cover the damage. She says she later learned the other driver had a fake card.
I was upset that, for one, I couldn't get the car fixed or get my injuries taken care of, and I think that there should be something done about people out selling the fake insurance cards and stuff.
Ms. McClendon says the cheapest estimate she got was $1,500. $1,500 that she doesn't have.
You know, it looked real to me. It was printed and was typed and everything.
Pete Carlson recalled how late one night near Noonan he copied information from the insurance card presented by the driver who hit him, only to later determine it was a fake.
Yeah, it was a little over $800 had to come out of my pocket. I pretty much took away a lot of my savings at the time.
Pete Carlson told us that since that accident, he has beefed up his own insurance coverage. According to Georgia Insurance Commissioner Tim Riles, other folks might do well to check their policies.
The number one thing you can do to protect yourself against people who are carrying bogus insurance cards is to be sure you have uninsured motorist coverage in your automobile insurance policy.
Very important. As you know, you need more paperwork than an insurance card to legally drive a car in Georgia, but we found out there isn't much you can't get in the black market of phony documents. In tomorrow night's report, one operation where we bought not just an insurance card, but also a phony car registration and a bogus birth certificate replete with a health department seal. That's tomorrow's report about lies, buys, and videotape.
What about driver's licenses? Are they much harder to counterfeit?
Well, the birth certificate that we'll look at tomorrow, which we got instructions basically on how to take that, an ID card, go to a driver's license station, and get a phony driver's license.
I have a feeling police are going to want to see your tape and want to know where these people are.
Well, as a matter of fact, our investigation has already led to one raid, at least one arrest, we showed some of our material to a police officer to get his opinion on camera of the authenticity. He, in essence, opened his own investigation, and the raid and arrest took place.
Okay, look forward to tomorrow's report.
It is relatively easy here in Atlanta to get a false identification. In other words, to change your identity. Last night, Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Wray reported on the easy availability of fake auto insurance cards. This evening, Mark says there are other documents, phony ones, for sale on the black market here. And Mark joins us now with more of his special assignment report. Mark.
Well, Don, Monica, suppose you had a car without insurance that couldn't pass an emissions test with no registration, and you couldn't get a driver's license in your own name. Well, we found a way possibly around all of those obstacles. Just one problem. A lot of it involves breaking the law, or lies on paper and buys on videotape. Call it the House of Cards. The search for a phony insurance card brought visitors this day.
Now, how well you know these people? These people, they're undercover agents, and UPIs and stuff.
Undercover agents? If only she knew. How about an undercover photojournalist with a hidden camera? Within a couple of minutes, his hostess moves to a nearby typewriter for the business at hand. After a further exchange of questions and answers, the exchange of cash. And our undercover photographer had a bogus insurance card. It cost $25, far less, of course, than most of us pay for real coverage. We showed the card to Officer Perry Lawrence, an expert on fakes.
Independent insurance agency. There is an independent insurance agency, but they do not list this way. Matter of fact, I picked one up like this last week, and I did contact the company. And I got a, well...
You can tell this is a bogus card.
Yes.
Speaking honestly, would most police officers know this was a fake card?
No, because... No, they wouldn't.
But we had discovered there was more to be had at this house than an insurance card, and our undercover man returned in search of a car registration. He typed some information. And wrote in some more. Our photographer presented no emissions test certificate, as you or I would have to at the courthouse. He offered no title or tag receipt from last year. And the insurance listed was, of course, bogus. But he had cash. And for $50, he got what purports to be an owner's certificate of registration for a Chevrolet Sprint.
Well, at the first glance, it looks like the real McCoy.
You think it's good enough to fool probably most police officers, even most judges?
Probably so. Yes, sir. The information that's typed up here, that information usually comes from Don's tag office. If this person duplicated this registration completely, she's doing a good job and she's making a lot of money.
You're saying this is a darn good fake?
Darn good.
We weren't done. Before our man left with the registration, he had placed an order for a birth certificate and a name other than his own. Late at night, he returned, handed over more money, and another woman gave us an envelope. Inside, what purports to be a birth certificate for one Richard Moore, the name we requested. In the lower right-hand corner, an impressed seal reading Department of Health, Vital Records. Among the uses for a certified birth certificate, getting a driver's license. With the cooperation of a local auto repair shop, we had used the vehicle identification number off this old heap of a Chevrolet Sprint in our purchase of both the fake insurance card and bogus registration. The shop owner said it was junk. It didn't run, and didn't even have a tag.
It would have to have a mission sticker to get a tag for it, and this car would never pass.
But with money, you might be surprised what you can do on the street.
Now, 50 ain't gonna do it. I'll let it go for $1.
$1 is apparently street talk for $100, and that is what our undercover photographer paid the man. He appears to hook the equipment up to the late model Ford Explorer our man arrived in. When he gets the cash and hands over the certificate, it says Chevrolet and has the same vehicle identification number as that old junker Chevy Sprint, the one we were told wouldn't even run. Now, according to Lieutenant Russ Abernathy with the State Patrol, there are criminal laws that can apply in emissions cases, and the GSP has opened an investigation in this case. Tomorrow at 6, the latest on that, and the police investigation fake card vendors we told you about. And the results of an experiment. We asked for copies of every insurance card produced in Atlanta traffic court over a 2-day period. Then we asked Insurance Commissioner Tim Ryle's staff to find the phonies. By this point, maybe the results won't surprise you, but there were some in there.
Are those two people, that woman and that man, still in business?
I believe it's safe to say, as of this point, they are not, and that will be a good part of our story tomorrow.
But I have a feeling that as quickly as they're arrested, there are other people out there doing the same thing.
Well, we found lots of people out there doing the fake insurance cards, as you saw yesterday, and we believe that we could have stayed on the street and found probably a lot more.
But how did they get that seal? It looks so official on the birth certificate.
That's a good question, but I guess that's why she was able to charge $50 on the street. Or it's even more than that.
All right, see you tomorrow. Thank you.
A Channel 2 Action News investigation leads to at least 2 arrests in connection with fake automotive documents. Investigative reporter Mark Winnie joins us with details on that and more of his special assignment, lies, buys, and videotapes.
Monica, Don, to give you an idea of how pervasive the problem is and how brazen some people are about carrying phony documents, we asked Atlanta traffic court to collect copies of every insurance card presented in court over a 2-day period. Here are those copies. Insurance Commissioner Tim Ryle's staff looked through them at our request, and we are told they found at least 14 fakes. Remember, that is from just 2 days in court. Get caught by the wrong judge at traffic court with a fake card and you can be in trouble. And tonight's story involves 2 people who have troubles of their own over bogus documents. More about lies, buys, and videotape. The house of cards comes down. It's a police raid. Earlier, a Channel 2 photographer, undercover with a hidden camera, had visited this same house. He purchased an apparently bogus auto insurance card and other phony documents. In an interview, we asked police officer Perry Lawrence about some of the fakes. He is considered something of an expert. His interest apparently piqued. Lawrence, in effect, opened his own investigation. And that led to the serving of a search warrant at the house in question.
Insurance cards, I already mean fake way, bogus. Bingo. Registration slips over here. Vehicle inquiry sheets over here.
Police found a variety of documents in their search, as well as credit cards, and were told driver's licenses. And in the midst of the search, just down the street from the house, police found the woman identified as Shirley Tucker. Ms. Tucker, have you sold any fraudulent or fake insurance cards? Have you sold any fake birth certificates?
You have to register a customer and please.
Registration? Car registration?
I haven't said anything. I feel like you want to come in.
What if I told you that? According to police, a variety of charges are now pending against Ms. Tucker involving counterfeit or false insurance documents, false information in vehicle registration, and theft by receiving stolen property. We are told she has not to date been charged with any crimes in connection with the sale she made to Channel 2.
And they changed the October entry.
In Officer Lawrence, we found a cop extraordinarily enthused about the pursuit of fake insurance cards. He has his own collection, and he even says he calls insurance companies long distance from home.
Hey, well, we pay a lot of money for insurance ourselves, personal. And I figured if you're going to ride around in a luxury car, and I mean Mercedes or BMW, because last week on the roadblock, we stopped the car, sweet, Mercedes, clean white, passing off a bogus insurance card.
Lawrence seems to have infected his partner.
I feel we're doing the right thing. I mean, I like it. If you get into it, from finding out